since I can remember, I've been interested in dangerous and exotic wildlife. For the past 10 years or so, I've earned my living from photography. Traveling from my home in southern Africa to the ends of the earth to photograph some of the rarest and deadliest creatures in the world. Plenty of people come to Florida to enjoy the sunshine.
Nope, no Polish Pegasus. And I do have a little guest here. This is Skipper with his new little haircut. Little haircut, yes.
A lot of haircuts. He was raggedy dog before.
So if you're wondering what that is on the intro and you don't recognize it, that is okay. I am doing a little short video today because somebody has to work early after working second shift. So yes, I am doing a Austin Stevens Snakemaster review that originally aired on Animal Planet. He does other animals as well. This isn't scary. I'm gonna say what? Oh, so yes, this is Austin Stevens.
Who's that?
Well, I will get into that after the wonderful commercial. I figured I would pick one very close to what we are discussing here. So I will be reviewing this right after this wonderful message.
Adventure hero in games, Croc. Join Croc as he runs, jumps, swims, climbs, pushes, stomps, and jelly jumps his way through a breathtaking 3D adventure. Help Croc through 50 amazing levels as he faces hordes of villains and obstacles, from swarming sharks and giant bees to slippery glaciers and hot lava. Croc, Legend of the Gobos. For PlayStation, Sega Saturn, and Windows 95.
Well, if anybody wants to comment, did anybody play that PlayStation game? Because I did not. I just remember the name. So anyway, so getting back to it, this is Austin Stevens. This is the show, The Snakemaster, that was on for one season on Animal Planet. So I know it's not Steve Irwin, it's Austin Stevens. I am aware of this. I'm sorry, I'm going to take some flack for this, but I just happen to like this guy better. So, what? Is it such a crime? I actually couldn't wait to get home from work to watch this show. So okay. So then this is Austin Stevens, and I don't think I actually got the question of who that is yet.
No, you did not. Actually, I did say it. You just did.
Oh no, I did, but we went to the commercial thingy first. So Austin Stevens was, as you can tell from the intro there, he is from South Africa. He is a photographer. Yeah, so like I said, he's from South Africa, and I believe he moved to Australia later on. And he obviously traveled. He's actually traveled all over the world looking for rare and exotic animals. It's not just snakes.
He should come get all these pythons out of Florida.
There is an episode with him doing that. Not on this disc, but he did do that. And I was actually getting to that because the Snakemaster was on for a full season, and then it went to Austin Stevens' Adventures after that, where he followed hippos and rhinos and bears, and I think wolves too. And that is way out of his element. He did not enjoy doing that at all. I think they paid him a lot of money to do it. So now everybody that I have shown this to, the very few people have actually enjoyed him. They've actually enjoyed the show. I actually stumbled on it by accident. I just recorded something that said Snakemaster and decided to watch it, and I wanted to record more. So he did some episodes where he found a king cobra, he found a Gila monster.
All of them.
He would if he could. When he was 12 years old, he was doing this stuff. So he has been around for a while doing this kind of thing. He is still alive. He has had some obstacles, though. He does have Parkinson's, and he has had skin cancer, but he is cancer free now, so that is a good thing. So now, with him being an adventurer and him being in the wilderness looking for these animals, he does have some limitations. He is claustrophobic, and he also has arachnophobia as well. So
Which is.
he's afraid of spiders. He's
And what the heck is he doing in this? Never mind.
so he's messing around with poisonous snakes, and he's afraid of tight spaces and spiders because spiders, he says, are unpredictable. That's why he did not like mammals. He has a thing with reptiles where he has an idea of how to handle them. So I will already be playing the first clip, and it is actually him being claustrophobic. And yes, there are his little eight-legged friends as well. So he is first time to Florida, and he's not having a good time so far. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Squeeze, I think. Oh man, and it's slippery as well. Oh, and it's full of spiders. There's spiders everywhere. So big, it's a people-eating cave spider. There's one thing I like less than tight and closed spaces. It's spiders. Double whammy. It's a nightmare.
Well, this is his little trip to Florida, and this is what he said, a double whammy: spiders and tight spaces. And there was a little frog in there too. A lot of wood there. I wonder if it had trouble lifting the solid oak. So, yeah, that frog there. It's also in tight spaces with snakes and spiders. So, yeah. So so that frog there, he must have been pretty much scared seeing a snake and spiders as well as doing. And I noticed he just kind of laid there. Physical activity scares him as well. So now Austin Stevens here did end up finding a snake with even with all his fears of tight spaces, and I guess he said man-eating cave spiders. So he did manage to find a copperhead snake. So I will show that in the next clip.
It's one of the most beautiful snakes in North America. But I've got to get him out of here, get him up there in the leaf litter, and put him down and go and get my camera back from the other side there. See if I can get some good pictures. The colouring, because their markings are so beautiful. This is not naturally how he would appear. You don't find these snakes up in trees. But just for getting.
Well, so he found the copperhead snake, and what he's doing is he's doing what he does best. He is taking photos of it, and it does manage to bite his lens. And so now he has venom all over the lens of his camera. So this snake does snap at him, but what he does try to show people that are afraid of snakes and want nothing to do with them, what he's actually showing is the snakes want nothing to do with us. That snake, for the most part, is trying to get away from him. It is not trying to attack him because it knows it cannot eat Austin Stevens. All it can do is bite him, and he will have a very painful death. But the snake obviously wouldn't see that. So it does also shake its tail if it does feel threatened, and that is to warn off predators. So it wants to warn them off, let them know that it is dangerous and it will bite. And I have venom that I will kill you with if you do tend to keep messing with me, like Austin over here. But he does know what he's doing. He's got the snake tongs with them. So now, can accidents happen? Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he's been bitten quite a few times, and he says it's not a good experience. So now he doesn't find a snake or an alligator at this time, but he does find a very large turtle. So I will show you that clip in just a second.
They come and lay eggs. They lay eggs on the side of the bank. Just want to see what he's. Oh, good Lord. Still got some stuff in there. Oh, can I get it up? Oh, look at that. Can you believe that? That's impossible. Get it, spit it out, Ronnie. Spit it out. Oh, no, man. I'm trying to help you. I want to get it out. Get it out. Get it out. I'm soon going to be out of stick. Can you believe the power of this guy? Yeah, spit it out. That's a good boy. I think it's clearer now. Is your jaw clear? Just imagine getting your hand in there. I can't even think about it. Okay, so what I'd like to do is just put him back.
Well, this is the alligator snapping turtle. And this turtle, obviously, it has a very serious turtle face because it was just yeah, it was just taken right out of his environment and out of water, which it rarely goes out of water, like he said. Just the females do to lay eggs. And I don't know if you heard it, but these turtles actually do not swim; they crawl on the surface of the water with their mouth open. So imagine if you're just walking in the lake and you just happen to put your foot in its mouth. It's okay. You don't have to worry because you're not going to have that foot much longer. So, so, so now he is helping the turtle assist him get some stuff out of his mouth, and he is just chopping and just crushing that wood uh, with no problem at all. And he just cannot believe the powerful jaws. Yes, their jaws are incredibly powerful that they showed on the Brady Barr show. So now I will show the next clip, and he is on the beach. But is there a female with him? No, he's got another guest. So don't worry, those who have nightmares about Ric Flair, you don't got to worry. There's no girl on this beach. So I will show that clip in just a second.
Feel this plastic, and I tell you, the second he feels this plastic, we're going to get some fang action here. I'm sure of it. He's calmed down. He's gone into that still rigid mode which says, I'm going to kill something now. And I don't blame him, and I don't let my fingers get too close to this. Because this plastic's not as strong as I'd like it. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to put him in there. Let's have a look at these fangs, boy. Oh, yes. Oh, my gosh. Oh, he's ripped the plastic. Good shot of venom. I've got control now. I can feel it. I can feel exactly where the bones are in my fingers at. Now I'm going to try and lift this out. Let's get those fangs exposed. Come on. Oh, the one sheath's going back. Wow. One sheath has gone back. I want to lift that fang. Look at that. Look at that. The one on the right is still covered by the sheath. 3/4. The one on the left is clear.
Well, this is the end of his mission here. He had to find this eastern diamondback rattlesnake. And I know I'm going to really, really hear it. But I think these are some excellent looking snakes. They are. They're cool looking. And obviously, this was a very big snake. It was also a tired snake, so he was able to handle it a little bit better. So he was. So as you saw him there, he was able to get it around the neck, which the snake really doesn't like. And then it pretty much bites that flask and gets the venom in it. And you're probably wondering, why does he do this? Oh, he does it for fun. He wants to get bit. No, some of the venom is actually used for medical research. So he does get money for this snake venom. And he probably gets a lot of it. So he found his little eastern diamondback. He got his little bit of venom, which, by the way, that venom in that glass is plenty to kill an adult human being. So it does not take much.
What's an adult?
That's how he says it. That's how he says it. So he says adult human being. Adult human being. So it really does not take much venom at all. So all these things with people sucking out the poison and spitting it out, that doesn't work. So it really does not take much. Very, very dangerous animals. But he's saying don't fear them, but respect them. So, and it's really our fault why we run into these animals anyways, because we are just taking over their habitats, not their fault. So now, since we, well, no, we also bought an existing home. So now that he's done with this Eastern Diamondback, this is actually the end of the episode. So now I will play another episode where he is actually looking for a giant lizard, and then I will conclude the video. So I will show that in just a second.
But this is not the guy that I've come to catch here in Australia. The guy I'm looking for is maybe just as big, even bigger, and even more powerful. But he patrols deep in the outback desert. Oh, see that way? Compared to this guy, yeah, this guy relies on shock tactics to actually defend himself. Isn't that fantastic? these guys are mostly insectivorous.
Well, somebody just had an Austin Stevens now just made the Bill Murray list. So so he's got this little lizard here that he might look very, very familiar. I noticed that my Jurassic Park movie review has gotten some views in the last 48 hours, and he looks very similar to the dinosaur that killed Dennis, and somehow made probably 8 or maybe 10 meals out of Dennis. Obviously, this is a little bit smaller and showing a little bit of aggression. It's a tiny lizard, but it looks like he has some attitude to it. So
I would too. Someone was bothering me for no reason.
he wasn't bothering him. He was just saying hi. He has that nice South African charm. Well, maybe there was a break in communication with him and the lizard. So now he is in Australia for this video, um, for this episode. I mean, so it's like I said, he does travel all over, and like I said, he does make it back to Florida to visit the Everglades to try to get the pythons. So now, as the Snakemaster, he's in Australia, and so far, he is pretty much just looking for. He's obviously looking for a giant lizard called a Parenti, but he is running into other lizards on the way, and this is why I did like this show. It wasn't just him finding this one lizard; he was finding several and taking several pictures and giving us useful information on them. Unlike the trashy show Get Up that I do watch in the mornings and usually just yell at. So, well, I have to. Well, people are enjoying my shorts, making fun of Mike Greenberg. But I'm not making fun of Austin Stevens. I actually do, so far, enjoy what he's saying, and he's actually giving useful information on this lizard. He's talking about the cartilage on the back of his hood. When that flares up, it obviously feels threatened. And then he does show it actually walking on its 2 feet, running away. So that was pretty cool too. So now he does. So now he's looking for the Parenti again after making this other lizard mad. So he does spot another one, and this one is a little bit less aggressive. I didn't realize this was on this episode, so I am actually glad that I stumbled on this. So I will show the next lizard in just a second.
Completely harmless. What they do is they eat ants. And only one specific type of ant that they prefer, a black ant that you find in the outback deserts here. And if they find an ant nest or they find a trail of ants, they plonk themselves down right in the middle and they just start lapping them up. They can eat as much as 2,000 ants in about an hour. That's a lot of eating.
Well, if you don't like ants, well, then you should maybe get this lizard at your local pet shop if they have them. Because this spiny little thing, I guess, eats 2,000 ants.
Little thing.
Yes.
It's not spiny.
Okay, sorry. Thorn little thing. I guess they eat about 2,000 ants, I guess, in a day. That's a lot. An hour. Oh, yeah, that is what he said, isn't it? So Austin Stevens does it again. See, you're obviously paying attention and you learned something from what he said, so maybe we shouldn't hate on him so much.
I don't care for any of this crap. So let's get to it.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, you do like reptiles and nasty.
So now there were a couple episodes that were in Australia. That's why I didn't know that this spiny, thorny lizard, was in this episode. I thought this was actually in the episode called The Lost Eden. We'll get to that one later. So now he is looking for this Parenti, and he does end up finding it. So I will show that clip in just a second.
My shopping is. I've got hold of him. I've got control. It's what happens when I put him down that worries me. Will he allow me to take a photograph? Picked up my camera. I'm looking for a good place. So I see just over there, clear spot where I can try and get the pictures on me. But he's really getting agitated now. I've got to put him down really carefully, otherwise he's going to take off like a shot and I'm going to lose him again. Try and slowly move back and let him keep the concentration on me.
Well, this is the final clip I'm showing, and he finds his precious Parenti. And I've never actually heard of these lizards before until I watched this episode, and I think there's going to be a brawl coming up soon. Where's Austin Stevens when you need him? I think this would make a great picture. So, obviously, I know what a parenting is, as my arm is getting crushed between my fat cat.
Hey,
I'm going to need a cast on that arm now. Garfield, you're huge. So, he's probably going to
he
play.
does not eat lasagna. He's not Garfield.
No, he does not. He's probably going to play with the wire soon. So now this is the pretty much end of the episode. So he did end up also camping out in the outback of Australia as well. So these are things that he does. He goes into these wilderness places, but he does end up camping out. And like I said, he has wound up with spiders on his camera lenses, and you have so he has found things. He's seen the whispering spider before, so him being afraid of spiders in these episodes are kind of amusing. In this episode, he didn't find any, but in other ones he has. So unfortunately, this was only on for 2 seasons. I don't remember. Right now, you can find it on YouTube, but other than that, you're not going to find it on anything else. So you will actually have to type in either Snakemaster or Austin Stevens Adventures. I recommend the Snakemaster episodes. Most of them are very good. The adventures, I recommend the Lost Eden. I recommend the Burmese Python episode. And I think those are the only two. The ones where he sees the mammals aren't bad, but they're not nearly as good as that if he's looking for reptiles. So I know a lot of people like Steve Irwin. I preferred this one better. I actually liked coming home from work and watching his show. So, in my opinion, this is a very enjoyable watch, and I do highly recommend it. If I did have to give this one a grade, I'm going to sort of do what I did with Mario. I'm just going to call it an enjoyable watch. I think if you really want me to grade it, I'll give it like a B plus. For the most part, it is very good. It's when it turned into the Austin Stevens Adventures is when it did lose me a little bit. But I mean, when I was forced to watch a Rick and Morty episode, I turned Rick and Morty off immediately and went right to Austin Stevens. So he is my go-to. So I hope you did enjoy it. I do really recommend checking him out. Go on YouTube, look for the actual episodes, and actually watch it for yourself. So yes, I recommend it. So comment below, subscribe if you want, and thank you for watching.